The Scriven lived in the cracks, a race devoted to ruthless survival and whose morality was skewed towards ambition and darkness. The great Elder Chief was destroyed by magic, and the Scriven were divided between those who feared magic and those that chose to serve the Dark Lady Noire Forlorn of the Black Warrens. Divided and in dire straits, could the Scriven rise to greatness or be scattered and dominated by the returning Godier? And here we are with the champion of our tale, Noire Forlorn. One of the Skrivven, a ratkin with their species has quick reflexes, their overwhelming tactics, their signs of evil, prolific swarmers, and they have a dark culture. We're going to begin with the Tome of Souls, because we're going to be focusing on a more necromantic run, most likely. That's the plan here. So a new dawn has risen for our species. We need to go out and defeat some enemies and try to build we've got to build a farm. So that's going to be our focus for the beginning here, is just try to get out there, build up some things. Because right now we're not strong enough to take on the Godier, really anyone. We're just a little rat lady. Just a little rat lady trying to make her way out in the world. We're making her way downtown, walking 500 miles to kill some giants or whatever needs to happen. So right now we're just going to go ahead and spread out and get out into the world, how our scouts start looking around. And we've already met the Separatists. Ooh, these are the people that do not want to follow us. They don't believe in magic. Oh no, magic is bad. Noire Forlorn will lead us to destruction. That's how they talk. They're terrible. They need to be brought back to the light. So we're gonna have to deal with this free city for now. For now, they think they're equals, but they're not. And so Tur will bow once we bring them into line. But for now, let's go beat up some peoples. Let's get strong. Have a montage of battle. So here we are with our first war. Our first great battle. Against some marauders. These people just don't understand. And this is my first time actually using the dark culture, so I'm getting to use some of their troops. And oh man, I really love these guys. I love how they charge in, they just like smash. Ugh. Break that. Oh yeah, the counts retaliation, which is just so good. I really like these. I really like these guys. I really like them. Get in there, Ratman. Get in there. Yes, get in there, Scriven. Cut them down. Cut them all down. So basically, we're just trying to get in position. We've already engaged them in battle. Gonna move up our dudes. Shoot them. Shoot them. And yes, there is friendly fire. If you haven't played this game, there is friendly fire. You can accidentally shoot your own people. If they miss, they can sometimes shoot your own people. So you gotta be careful with that every now and then. Yes, charge in there. Hit them. Smash them to bits. Oh man, that's good. That is good. Positioning matters, but and you shouldn't really, also you probably want to try to spread them out a little bit, but I don't mind clumping them up because they get a bonus. They get a bonus of damage, or they get a bonus of critical strike due to overwhelming tactics. I think it's a plus 20%. I believe that's what it is. So we're just kind of, I keep my groups kind of together, even though I know that it's not always the best, but that's fine. Noire Forlorn, we're going to move her in last. We're going to move her in last here and just kind of, take them out. But she's got a 20% chance. I do not think she's going to hit either one. I don't think she has a high chance of doing either. So she's just going to try. And of course she missed. But that's okay. We don't diss her. Hit him with that soul fire. Hit him with that soul fire. I guess we're going to ice shackles. Boom. Took them out. Slowed the other group. And goodbye. That was a quick first battle. One thing I like about the Dark Troops is that they do start with that army that has charge. I'm finding charge is one of my favorite new abilities. And now we have a quest to mend the schism between our two peoples. So we definitely want to make that happen. So you have a choice here where you can either do peacefully through the Whispering Stones, which allows you to go in and use diplomacy, or by battle. I just thought I would do quick Whispering Stone. Even though we are not exactly the nicest people in the world, I think the Whispering Stone is still a better choice. I won't have to fight them. I can focus my efforts elsewhere. Here's another battle. Another quick one. I wanted to highlight some of the battle scenes to kind of show, like, oh man, those guys hit so hard. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna get another quick battle. Just another one to kind of get these people knocked out. Clear out some areas. Oh yeah. This is definitely a much different run than from my first time around with it. Maybe because I'm kind of more experienced with the game. But here's another battle. I'm fighting some ogres. So like I said, it's just a montage of battles, just as you're building up. Oh yes, hit him with the frost shot. Boom! Take out, yes, goodbye. I'm a big fan of the combat. Victory to victory, making ourselves stronger and stronger. Our units are very cheap. So that's always nice too, that our units are so cheap. It's definitely quite good for us. So now that we've, had a new dawn, we've completed one of our quests, and now we get to pick what we want. I think we get some troops. The Hunters from Beyond. So this quest, basically there's some kind of unit that's marauding our territory that our people are afraid of. And when you go to fight them, you have a chance to like either fight them and have a debuff, or you can try to not do that and get a different buff that'll help you in the battle. So this is actually part of the story. So we're doing one of the actual story realms, and you meet these people, these elves. I'm not sure if you're always with these elves, but they're there. And it's kind of funny because these elves are like super good. They're very good and just, and we're like super evil, but we become the bestest of friends, all because of this goateer Yaka. I believe his name's Yaka. And for some reason, they become like our best friend. Like in a normal game, I think we would have had to betray them and like fight them eventually because we were just super evil. But for right now, in this game, they love us and we love them, and we become very good friends over the course of this game. Yes, this is what I was talking about. So you have a choice here where you can spend some gold and get a buff. If not, then you go into the battle and you have a debuff for morale. So I went ahead and just spent the 109 gold so I could have the buffs. So I didn't have to worry about morale issues. Let's do it. And once again, we're fighting in these like mana circle thing. This is actually one of our harder fights, I think. But it was interesting. I really do like the varied tactics that can come about depending on what cultures you pick and what abilities you use and how you use your champions. Because this was a very different feeling group than when I was playing as Zanata. When I did my first run, like that run was pretty much just like, I'm gonna just pick a group and go. Because I think I was feudal and plant. I don't think I really had a synergistic build at all. I just kind of built stuff that was going along. But this is much more. I have much more synergies going on. We're dark with the focus on necromancy, and I'm also trying to go with like swarming tactics. So I'm gonna focus on a lot of cheap units, which really helps us. Moving our undead in so that they can stab some people's ups. Get them. Get them, undead. Get them. So yeah, right now we're just trying to get in position, move our troops in while we take on this group. I'm a big fan of what's going on here. I'm really digging the combat system. It's got a lot of variety. Definitely rewards like good play. And I'm not the best player. I would say I'm probably middling to bad. I'm very bad at kind of planning ahead, which is something I think really, if you're really good at planning ahead and just kind of anticipating what can possibly happen, it can definitely really benefit you in the long run. I'm more of a brute force. I just want to smash them and go, go, go. So sometimes I'll make bad decisions like, oh, I should not have moved there. That's not good. That is not good at all. And the game really rewards, I think, conservative, good play. Like, you can definitely fight armies that are much stronger than you if you know what's going on and be able to use the battlefield and your troops to their fullest. You can definitely benefit and win battles that statistically you shouldn't win. Also, the AI is it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It definitely knows how to try to take the most advantage of what abilities it has. That's always a good thing. I think it's much later on in the battle. As you can see, we kind of jumped ahead towards the end. Because really, a lot of the earlier fights, I will say this with this armies, we tend to dominate. I'm playing on the normal difficulty, but I really didn't have a lot of problems with a lot of the early fights. I was really kind of just blasting through them pretty easily, which is fine. I didn't really want to have to do too much thinking yet. I'm going to start doing brutal runs eventually, but I want to still get used to the game and kind of get used to what's going on. And then we meet these jerks right here. Oraculum. These cat dudes. I think they're allied to the Godir, and that's one of the reasons why they're at war with us. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we are evil. We are like, they're neutral, we're evil, and the other guys are good, but they love us. So, I don't know. I don't have a good reason for why they want to go to war with us, but that's fine with me. So I think we mended the schism there. So now we have them as a vassal. And again, the super good high elves here, the Sungeon of House Eniac, love us. They love us so much. They're in Lighthaven. We're in the Black Warrens. We are diametrically opposed in pretty much every way. But we are the closest, bestest of friends throughout this whole game. Like, they just love us. I don't know if that's just scripted that way, that they're always going to be like your best friend. But, yeah. So here we're about to explore the Tower of Destiny. This is part of the story. This is a story event. We have to go in here because the Godir is trying to take it. So we go ahead and storm it ourselves and try to beat him to it. I tried to use this, but it failed. So we didn't get the bonus. No. But it's all good. This is actually one of the... I think it was supposed to be a tougher fight, but it wasn't that hard. Maybe I say that, but I might have lost a few people, which is fine. Again, the build I was going with, I wasn't too worried about losing people, because again, my units are super cheap, so I can replace them pretty quickly. Now, of course, you don't want to lose too many units in this game, because part of it is that you want to build them up, because your units obviously get experience for every battle they fight and survive. So if they're not completely destroyed, I mean, they're going to get experience. So you do want to keep them alive. But I wasn't too bothered if I did lose them, because again, my units were cheap and they were meant to be destroyed anyway. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. And I think I moved them up there to, yeah. No, shoot the big one. Shoot the big one. And you can see there's a percentage chance of how well, like, your chance of hitting them. 70% for the big ones. That's why I decided to shoot that one. Because 70% is definitely a lot better than 30%. So as you can see, I've jumped forward a little bit. I didn't want to do the whole battle. Oh yeah, this guy jumped in and like froze like so many people and tried to freeze them. This is a much... There's definitely a lot of strategy involved, and different enemy types can definitely change the battle. And that teleport, I knew it could do that because I've summoned before. Pro tip, if you get a unit that can summon, definitely use the summons. The summons are always good. It's basically just a free troop that you really don't have to care about too much. So let's go ahead and, yeah, do it. Do it. Soulfire that group. Look at that damage. Good damage. Now, right now, we just need to beat these dudes up. Show them who's boss. And again, oh my god, I love their melee units. They're so strong. I took a hit, but I wanted to move them in so I could try to tie it up. Because pinning enemies is good, because that way they can't use their ranged attacks. They have to try to get out of that, which is fine with me. And here I think I'm trying to move those guys up. So I can move these guys in to hit him. Good. Give me that extra regeneration. Give me that. So you can see there's a little bit of strategy involved here, trying to make sure I can move my forces here, there, and everywhere, which is part of the fun of this game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really digging it. Really digging just like the amount of strategy, the builds you can have. There's so many builds. Which is probably one of the reasons why I'm going to keep coming back to this game, because there's so much replayability. Just so much. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal one of my dudes up. Keep them topped off, give them some regeneration, which is going to be very, very helpful. And basically, we just want to make sure that we keep these guys pinned. Keep them down. We're further along the battle. I'll kind of jump forward a little bit here. Again, I'm not going to show the whole fight, because it's like, I mean, I could, but it's not super exciting. And I think we're about to win it here. Yeah, yes! Take them down. Get him, Noir. Well, not with that. 40% is really bad. Just go ahead and support them from there. You take them down. How do I want to play this? And that's the other thing too, is that I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. Is how do I want to play this? Do I want to go in and just like smash them up, or because I definitely want to keep most of my troops alive. And right now I'm doing that, but oh man, it's gonna be tough. Get him! Just charge him in there. Boom! Yes. You'll take some burning, but you're fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Take those guys out. I mean, their archers are pretty basic, but hey, sometimes basic is all you need. I just need you to shoot things from far away. That's really all I'm looking for. And they're coming in, it's their turn. Yeah, they smashed. Oh my gosh, they nearly killed him in one hit. Good. I mean, that was something. Yeah, it's pretty much game over at this point. We're about to win this. Because they're low, so smash them. Yes. Yes. Goodbye. Alright. Take them down. And that was a major, major event. And then we're just going to, yes, charge in there and smash them up. The little slowdown effect when it's like, oh, it's the final hit. It's the final countdown. And then they're down. And this is actually a major story event, so this was very big. And this is actually pretty cool because then in the aftermath we get a choice. We got a choice to either get the Whiteborn or we could pick up Demonic, which Whiteborn was perfect because we were already going Necromancy anyway. It was huge. This is like this ability I think is like tier 4. So it was really nice to get this really early on. And of course our elves that love us. Hello, we are the lovely elves that are super good. We should hate you, but damn it, you're just so damn awesome, Skrivven. You're so good. We're going to be your best friends this whole game. So we picked up, we had to pick something up. Had to pick it up and use something from them so that way we could be good. And here we're going to get our first race transformation. Spawnkin. This makes us smaller, but it makes us more numerous, which is perfect for me because we're rat people. We should be small. We should definitely be small. And then we had Whiteborn, do the event, so we could just use that as well. So I went ahead and added that. So that makes us like undead, which makes us undead. And I believe every time we hit, we life steal. And that gives us temporary HP, which is so good. Yeah. Temporary hit points, yes. So now we're tiny and we're undead. And to thank us for all of our evil acts, the good elves decide to be our friends. I really didn't understand. I'm pretty sure it's got to be a scripted event or something. Like, we're best friends. Like, we're totally evil. We sacrifice the dark gods. We're gonna... Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. We are on your side. This is yeah. We're the good guys. We are the good guys here. Oh, and then we're taking on the city because these guys are jerks. I think I auto-complete this battle, which is totally fine. Sometimes it's nice to auto-complete it, and we crushed them. And then we siege them down because they've got nothing. This is what you get. This is what you get for being a jerk. I don't know where that guy's going, but I'm not worried about it. You can go do that. We're going to siege him up. And, we're going to do the very nice thing. We're going to do the most nice thing you could possibly do by migrating them off and basically eradicating their species. That's what nice people do. You just forcibly Trail of Tears them somewhere else. I don't know what happened to them. Don't worry about what happened to the cat people. They're gone now. They're just gone. They're gonna be gone. Yeah. Migrate to Skrivven. Yes. Ew, this is the evil act. Of course, we started off dark. We're gonna get darker. That's just how it is. So yeah, now we got that city in our control. We did lose some population, but that was fine. I was not too worried about losing a couple population and then now we got Yaka. Yaka's claim. So Yaka is basically the main villain of this story arc. He's a Godir. He's like a flame mage. He's kind of beastly. I will say that. Pro tip, fire is not our friend when he's around. And the Sundren, they're helping us fight him. So this has got to be like a scripted event. I think, yeah, we get an animal here or some kind of thing. This guy was scripted because this is like, it didn't make any sense. I was like, these guys should hate us. But for whatever reason, they really, really like this. Oh my gosh. They really, really like this. Oh yeah, this was nice. I was able to catch some of his troops. So he had a large force coming, but some of his troops are far enough away that I could kill some of them before they could really join in the battle. So I could cut him in half. Cut his force's strength in half. Which was good because... yeah. Oh yeah, they kept helping us out too. So it's gotta be scripted. But anyway, so now we're gonna attack Yaka. And even though, like, there's a lot, this battle, either I'm just bad at it or he just had some very high tier troops. Either way, oh man, he's got a Phoenix. That Phoenix is nasty. Pro tip, don't let the Phoenix get close because it does a crazy AoE. Yeah, this part was crazy too. Yeah. Look at all my damage. You just wrecked my dude so hard. Man, Yaka. Alright, calm down, Yaka. Calm down, Yaka. So I was kind of not happy about that. Thankfully, I did have a summon animal, so I was going to bring in some unicorns that are going to do some heavy lifting for us. But, oh man, I'm not... This was rough. This was rough. And this is my first time actually raising the dead with them, so I didn't really know how it worked. So I did use it, but pro tip, if you're going to use raise dead, I would wait till you can get more because it's more efficient if there's more groups of dead around. Now, if there's only one, use it. But I mean, the other thing too is that they can't move, the undead, but they can attack. So they can't move when they're first raised, but they can attack right away. I find this out in the next battle. which was actually kind of nice because you can actually use that as a surprise troop and swarm people with just tons of undead, which is what we do in one of the upcoming battles. So here we're just gonna try to chop away at this guy because Yaka is a beast. Killing him with a flaming axe. This dude's a monster. This dude is a freaking monster. Yes! Get him! Get him, unicorns! Get him! I mean, he was pretty brave to come by himself. I mean, he was kind of beastly, though. I ain't gonna lie, he cleared out a lot of stuff there. He did a lot of freaking damage to us. A lot of damage. Thankfully, they're starting, like, every time you hit, we're getting more temporary HP, so that's always nice. That part was nice. I have to say, this battle was probably one of the toughest battles we had. This is definitely like a boss fight. Yaka was definitely boss fight level worthy. Like, this was probably one of the harder fights that I did in the game up to this point. Probably the whole game was probably one of the harder fights. There's a point where we get ambushed and we're outnumbered, but it's not that hard as this one. Yaka's just very strong, and as you'll see when good old Phoenix comes in, it also wrecks too. So yeah, it is not good. It is not good at all. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, I'm enjoying the combat. There's a lot of strategy involved. There's a lot of kind of pick your fights, using your abilities, learning how to pin enemies. Because one thing I've learned is that if you can pin down a caster, it's always worth it to try to pin down if you can, without like putting someone just out there by themselves to get destroyed. Because it really limits what that caster can do. Because if you look at your abilities, there's a lot of spells and stuff that'll say like you can't do this if like you're within someone's like area of control. So you want to keep your casters away from people, because if they're in their area of control, they can't use a lot of their good abilities. They're just kind of stuck. And I think we almost have Yaka dead here, but we just can't finish him off. We get him pretty close, but I don't think we can finish him off this round, which is kind of sad. But I do get channel power, so that's always nice. It's a nice little ability. So right now we're just kind of maneuvering our troops into position, trying to prepare to take because I want to get, if I can get Yaka down, the rest of the troops I'm not too worried about. I'd say the strongest troops on this side right now is Yaka and that Phoenix. And I know I can just look at the Phoenix and be like, that Phoenix is going to be problems. It is going to give us problems. And I just want to make sure I can take those two down quickly, so then we can whittle the rest down. Because then I can start raising the dead. If I at this point I do have raised dead, so if like I have stuff that's like destroyed, they can keep them. And that's good, yeah. Pin those guys down. Get them up, get them up. Moving people in. It's good. This is yeah. And there's a few times where I have to run through some of that like terrain that gives you bleeding, which is not a good idea. Try not to do that. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, there's bleeding for 3 rounds. But we needed this so we can get in range so I can try to take some of these guys out. Yeah. Again, the undead cannot move, but they can attack when they come in. So it always kind of helps if you can try to raise them right next to someone. Oh god. No, I don't want to look at this. No! Oh no! Just wrecked. So, that was so brutal. I did not want to see that. God dang it, Yaka. Stop it, Yaka. Stop it. Yeah. This is a pretty bad round for us. I think after this we start to turn the corner, but holy crap, we take a lot of damage. And it was just mainly those 2 AoEs really, really hurt. I think this guy dies from, yeah, boop, dead. There we go. At least you got that guy. And now we just need to go ahead and clean up. This is where I think we start to turn the corner, because Yaka's going to go down this round. Like, there's no saving him. He's done. But until then, we got to... Because as soon as he's down, then we got to deal with the Phoenix. The Phoenix is just nasty. Now, I don't think it can do that AoE attack again for a while, because that's a strong attack. But, oh my gosh, that really hurt. That really hurt us bad. And now we can just start kind of cleaning things up. Get him. Holy crap. And here we're just going to... I think we cast a spell. I don't even know anymore, man. Reliving this fight just gives me... Like I said, this was a tough fight. This was tough. Like, they... While it says, like, we outnumber them, they had some high-tier units. That Phoenix was definitely high-tier. And Yaka himself was very powerful. But at this point, we've taken down the Phoenix. We kind of jump further into the fight. Like I said, I'm not going to show every fight in its entirety just because they're kind of long. So this one was probably one of the longer fights that I had to do. At this point, we took down Yaka. Oh, yeah. And then I learned something different. The Phoenix, and I should have realized this because I was thinking, like, it's a Phoenix. I wonder if it does. It self-reses. So that wasn't cool. Didn't need that in my life. At all. But then we had those unicorns. Those unicorns were putting in work. Those unicorns are putting in work. Pro tip, if you ever, like I said, if you get a summon as an ability, take it on one of your heroes. It's just so good. I had summon elemental on another run, and I had summon animal this run, and the animals are tier 3, which was they're pretty already strong. Oh yeah, so here I do another raised dead. Boom, boom, boom. I think we got 3 groups of undead right there, and I think this is when I figure out that they can attack like right away too. Like, yeah, oh yeah, they can attack like right away. Which is nice. Alright. Take it down. Bam. Good. At this point, it's cleanup. We've taken a lot of losses. Like, oh man, I think we lost like 3 or 4 troop units in this battle. It was ridiculous. But at this point, we've turned a corner. The 2 biggest threats on the board had been removed. All they had was like some light casters, which are going to be easy to handle because they don't really have any defenders to protect them. So we can just charge and pin them down and just cut them down, and their defenses are nothing. So this was definitely cleanup phase at this point. This was definitely cleanup phase at this point. Yep, they're dead. Boom. Boom. Get out of here. I think there's just that one dude up there. Just go ahead and let's end this. Let's end this. Let's end this. And that gives them that. Yeah, go ahead and finish them off. I think they finished him off. If not, yeah. Boom. And that's it. That's the end of Yaka and his forces. We've defeated him. That was like, oh, look at that. We lost, yeah, 6, 8, there's like 8 troops. That was nasty. We started with like 2,000, and we lost a lot. It was a very costly victory. Now, again, it could have probably just been out with just a bad tactics, and I'm sure someone would be like, you were terrible. And I'd be like, yeah, I probably was. I probably was. The guy, Yaka, did he name it Yakatran? Yakathan? Well, whatever. So, I pulled back here because essentially I knew that one, he still had more forces left, and I was already outnumbered. Of course, when I pulled back, then Yaka's forces went ahead and attacked me anyway, and they outnumber us here. So this was actually a very interesting fight. This is where I think my build really started to come into its own, though. So even though we're actually outnumbered, technically, we are able to really have just a very good fight. Like, we really don't, we do very well. Again, summon my enemies because I have the summon animal ability. So I get some nightmares this time. I have a troop that can summon animals. They have spiders down here ready to go in. I'm sorry if you're afraid of spiders, you have any arachnophobia. Trigger warning, there are spiders on the screen, so sorry about that. But hey, I didn't make the game. This is where I really start to learn the power of just the swarm and the undead. Like, this really, oh man. At least in the early game, undead just get really strong, are very strong. Yeah, very, very strong. So we're gonna go ahead and move these spiders in. And again, one nice thing about like these summoned enemies is that like they're gonna go away at the end of the fight. They don't stay. So I really don't have any attachment to them. I can send them in, do some excellent damage. Again, same thing with the nightmares. Obviously, I don't want to be too reckless with them and just waste them. But at the same time, I don't have to worry too much about their safety because, again, they're not going to stick around. They're going to go away at the end of the fight. So if I need to make a sacrifice, they're the first ones to go. So I really do like the summon enemies. They're just, summon allies are so good. Sorry, not summon enemies. I would not like summon enemies. That sounds like a bad idea. But summon allies, yes. I'm all about that life. I am all about the summoned enemy. Why can't I say that word? Summoned enemies. And why am I saying summoned enemy? I want summoned allies. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All that to say that I like the summons. They're freaking good. And I highly recommend them. So right now, this is like, I kind of have a more defensive line here, which is actually paying off pretty well because the enemy can't really bring the full force on us. And we're kind of lucky because there's mostly just casters, which is, you would think that they'd be able to, but they don't want to get too close to us because we do have a lot of melee. So they don't want to get too close because we'll probably just destroy a lot of them. So we're just kind of maneuvering our troops around, just trying to get some good positioning. Yes. Yes. And apparently I had some scouts in there, which, yeah, don't bring your scouts to a fight, but these guys were in the stack for some reason. I do get rid of them from the stack, but for whatever reason, they were in the stack, so I have my scouts in my fight, which, you know, I don't normally do, but hey. Nice. Good. Alright, so yeah. So right now we're just kind of whittling these troops down, and I'm really excited because I'm like, I can't wait to destroy some of these people because now I have a bunch of stuff to raise up with the undead, which is exactly what's going to happen here shortly, hopefully. Boom, yeah, take those guys down. Let's see here. I don't think I use it yet. Or do I do? No, I do. And I think they can attack right away, so they can finish off that group right there. Or bring them very low. Which is good enough for me. And as you can see now, I've got just hordes of undead all around. I've just jumped further into the fight. We're destroying them. We have, like, I've turned a lot of their enemies against them. This is where, like I said, you start to see the power of the undead is that they can, is that you can just keep raising just enemies as long as you have souls available. Which I always try to keep a good, a good surplus of souls for every fight, just so I can do that. And yeah, we were outnumbered in this fight, but we definitely turned it around. Noire Forlorn would not be stopped. She could not be stopped. I think we lost one troop, they lost everything. So that was good. That was definitely very, very good. So now that we've returned for the final matchup, we're gonna go ahead and attack. And this is the biggest battle of the war. I've brought back massive forces. Noire Forlorn will not be stopped. She will have Yaka's head. And I'm like, you know what? This is out of control. I was like, I really don't want to fight this whole battle. We'll just see what happens. And I'm pretty sure we deal with like very minimal losses. Yeah, one dude. I'm sure if I actually ran it, I'd have lost a lot more. But once you defeat Yaka, and I guess it's over. So fire and sand. So this is actually the end of the story for us. Yaka has been defeated. The Skrivven under Dark Lady Noire Forlorn have risen to greatness. And she herself will now ascend to become a Godir. Which is actually kind of cool. Turn 46. I'm sure you could be done much faster. It's not a very hard realm. It's only really 3 people. Or at least it's 3. Your faction, your potential ally faction, and then there's Yaka. And then there's some free cities.
The spark of divinity.
I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be a little bit longer, but it's pretty short. So I'm looking forward to doing another story one, and seeing how long that one lasts. I figure if they're this short, then it'd be nice to have a little short series of doing the different stories with different characters, and just kind of working through them. And yeah, I'm very excited. And right now it's just kind of going through the ending credits. So again, this is spoilers. If you don't want to see the ending, then don't watch this. I'll put a warning at the beginning that there will be spoilers for this, so that way you don't. Obviously, I'm saying it now, but there will be you've already seen a spoiler at this point. So yeah. Wow. I'm really good at this. I swear. But anyway, so this is like the ending story for the first story arc. I think there's 5 story realms, so I'm gonna do all of them and work my way through it. Noire Forlorn has proven worthy to ascend, so yeah, she will ascend. She will ascend. And yeah, that's that for Noire Forlorn. I'm sure we'll see her again at some point. That's a fun one. I'm loving Age of Wonders 4. This game is just so amazing. So definitely expect to see more of it on the channel. Thanks for watching all the way through. If you're still here, well, thanks. And subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be back with more awesome content in the near future. All right, I'm out. See ya. Bye.